A very good morning, Mark. Here it is Thursday, December the 18th, 7:42 a.m. Eastern. That's 12:42 p.m. GMT. US session about to get underway. Let's have a look how the market's shaping up. US dollar index, another strong day following up on yesterday's green candlestick, push higher and a turnaround, a bit of a reversal from the preceding downtrend. Continuing today, I've got support at 97.98. I've got resistance at 98.20. So back up to almost at yesterday's highs. Yesterday was a solid green candle, and during the US session, late in the US session, um, sellers did step in, gave up almost half of those gains. Today, so far, again, full green candlestick. We'll see whether that can be maintained, whether buyers can maintain. We see the US dollar index continue to test higher, or if we're going to get another turnaround and sellers step in around these levels and look back down at the 97, 98 support. But certainly, US dollar off on the front foot and a strong start to the day. Let's have a look at the S&P. We're in the futures market, still a good 1.5 hours until Wall Street opens up. And here also off to a good start. We're looking at the futures market for now. I've got support matching yesterday's support at 6,773 and a bounce up off that level. We're now sitting at 6,809. We'll see whether that can be maintained. Bear in mind, yesterday also an early strong start to the there was demand in the S&P in the futures market, and then that was quickly reversed and ended up being a big sell-off yesterday. We'll see whether buyers can maintain today once the US session gets underway and once Wall Street opens up, if this can be built on, or if we see a continuation of sell-off in the index and sellers look down to test this level. But a small bounce to start in the futures market so far today. Let's have a look at gold. Gold unable to hang on to yesterday's small rally, still trading within a pretty tight range. You can see I've got support at 4,319 and I've got resistance at 4,344. And you can see that this level has been tested over the last week. Buyers have found it tough to get above this intraday resistance level and get back up to the highs we saw, the record highs in October. So far today, strong US dollar, weak gold, so the inverse relationship. We'll see whether that continues. And if sellers do get below this 4,320 and then get to test yesterday's low at 4,300. Buyers still up, yes, taking a bit of a breather. I think the gold, the price here could somewhat be dictated to and determined by what happens with the US dollar. If we continue to see strong US dollar, I think it'll be hard for gold to fight back. If we see a turnaround from strong US to weak US, that might be the push that gold needs and go up and retest these resistance levels. But giving up some about half of those gains of yesterday at this point going into the US Open. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Did fight back yesterday, very short-lived. Sell-off continues today. Almost all of yesterday's gains already been given up. I've got resistance at $60.72. I've got support at 59.25, significantly under that $60 mark again. We'll see where the sellers continue, retest this support level. Look down at 2 days ago, right down at 58.69 was the support. Or if buyers can, they've stepped in that little bit off the support. If they can look back up above $60 at the 60.72 resistance area and maybe continue with what they started yesterday. But certainly being sold off to start, downtrend very much intact. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin hang around that $85,000 level again. I've got resistance at 87,300. I've got support at 85,600. Slight bounce up off this very strong support area around the 85,500. Sellers have been unable to push below, maintain below. Buyers have stepped in and guarded this area. We'll see whether buyers can get above this 87,356, the intraday resistance for now, and get back up to test that pivotal 90,000 level, or if it's a continuation of the downtrend, sellers maintaining control, and a bounce down off this area and retest the 85,500. If I go from the daily to the 4 hour, I put in this descending trend line, you can see how the upside has been capped. We've got a series of, other than this one spike yesterday, we've got a series of lower highs testing right now this intraday resistance and this descending trend line, both being tested right now. So this level does look significant. We'll see if sellers do step in again, keep it below this descending trend line and come down to this support and re-challenge this support area. Good trading. Keep that discipline. I'll see you at the end of the session.